All right, well, here we go. Gene, with the harsh North Atlantic winter fast approaching, the final week of search activities this year has begun on Oak Island. Well, can we get there? I want to find the metal, says one of the team members. However, brothers Rick and Marty Lagina and their team believe that they still have the necessary time needed to make a discovery in the fabled Money Pit area that could finally solve a 229-year-old treasure mystery. This is that spot on the map I gave you. The spot you gave me on the map, right there. We're only about 8 feet northwest off the garden shack. They remind themselves of their mission. You've got to remember, we're looking for a room. We're looking for a vault. This one might tell the tale. All right, let's get out of the way and let this hole get drilled. Come on, okay, good. Now, after geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner and his colleague Dr. Fred Michael conducted new water sampling tests near the garden shaft, they have marked a new borehole location known as E5N14.5, where they believe the source of the precious metals may be located some 100 feet below. We're going to take one big swing, and you know we've got a chance of actually finding treasure with this. Dr. Spooner and Dr. Michael have strongly stated that in this area, there is a source of the metals they're detecting, and they don't believe it's natural. Thus, this location may be X marks the spot. I'm calling this Bravo Sierra. That's the spot, man. I can feel it. I hope so. This is the last hole, and we might as well drill till it can't drill. I'm looking for this borehole to penetrate a treasure vault. We have a core, gentlemen. This is it. Yeah, one of our last best chances right here. What do you have, Marvin? 119, 119K. Let's have a look. Come on, be something. Sand. Sand. Miserable sand. Yeah, does not look promising. Unfortunately, it's just immaterial.
Sadly.
Hey, Ian. So can we conclude we're through the zone of interest for the time being? Yeah, we're through the area that we're really focused on. I mean, for us, the big deal now is letting this whole place rest a bit so we can see if we can pick up anything in the water. Absolutely. It is a profoundly disappointing moment for Rick, Marty, Craig, and their team. The vast source of precious metals that have been repeatedly detected in this area remains elusive. Well, look, I'm disappointed. It's the end of the season, and we don't have the treasure or the story in our hands, and it doesn't make any sense. The data strongly shows that there is some mass of metal that was put down in the Money Pit. So, once again, Oak Island hands us a mystery. The problem with this sand is there's so much clay with it. I mean, the sand might transmit a lot of water if it wasn't so full of other stuff. Yeah, not even really saturated. I mean, there's nothing here that can deliver the kind of water that's going into the garden. No. So, I mean, the obvious, Ian. I mean, what's staring us in the face is this sand is incapable of doing what happened in the garden shaft. Then it kind of leads credence to the so-called flood tunnel.
Yep.
Although the team is greatly disappointed that they didn't recover valuables, could they be correct that they have unearthed compelling evidence that a man-made tunnel connected to the ocean may have caused the flooding that recently took place some 100 feet deep in the garden shaft? Let's you two and me go and have a little confab here, okay? If so, could that offer more proof that the treasure is in fact somewhere nearby and protected by a genuine booby trap, as many have believed for more than 2 centuries? Well, okay, guys, so ends another season, at least for drilling, right? Yeah, hey, I am sad that we didn't make progress or solve it. No, it is. It's disappointing. But in the last 5 years, each year I'm thinking we better do it pretty soon. I mean, what are we up to? 600 wells now? I don't know. I mean, we still have the metals and water. Sure do. And I do think what we just learned down there is important. That could not have transmitted the kind of water that's in the garden shaft, right?
No.
I still think, though, the metals are in the water, and we have 2 really good scientists. Let's say it's meaningful. It's not just some sort of fluke. We're still excited. These metals in the water still strongly suggest some sort of treasure deposit. There we go. I think we need to take a deep breath, and we need to look at what we did and then try and figure out what we need to do next year. Look, you know what? Tomorrow we're going to get the team together. We're going to have a lot more on the table to talk about. But I got to say, Rick, it's nice to hear you still very positive. 100%. If you believe in something, you just persevere. Thanks for everybody being here. We're on a treasure hunt, and I think the most significant thing to us is probably the money pit. Yeah, so let's get to it. We have in front of us a very fine exhibit. I really like this. These are the canisters. I guess in my view, there were two big things this year that we wanted to accomplish. One was to find out where those metals were coming from, and the other is to see what the garden shaft itself could tell us. We got down to 95 feet. We started just about to commence our horizontal drilling, which is one of the purposes, and we were flooded out. And not just flooded out, big time flooded out. I mean, what's always interested me about it is this tunnel goes right into the baby blob, right? Yes, and so I'm super interested in what's happening in that direction. Fred, are the metal anomalies you see consistent with a treasure that was once there and gone or not? Those metal anomalies that we've been seeing are truly anomalous. So, to answer your question, in order to be getting those anomalies, there still has to be something present in the subsurface. Yes, that's for sure. You're right. Yeah, you're damn right on that. Dr. Fred Michael is absolutely rock solid that there's some quantity of metal that's giving off these metals in the water. We drilled the heck out of the baby blob, and we didn't find anything. So I want to dig to the northeast between the baby blob and the garden shaft until we get more data. In addition to the region surrounding the garden shaft, the team has recovered evidence in 3 other locations that suggest there could be numerous deposits of treasure in the money pit area. One of these is known as Aladdin's Cave, where the team discovered a massive cavern some 150 feet deep containing water that has yielded trace evidence of precious metals and wooden structures. Look at all the wood. Another area of interest is Borehole RF1, where in 2019 the team was astounded to discover massive wooden beams, more than 100 feet deep, that featured Roman numerals, as well as a pickaxe which has been scientifically linked to Scandinavia. The other location is known as Borehole H8, which was excavated in 2017. There, the team not only discovered possible evidence of the fabled chapel vault nearly 180 feet underground, but also pieces of parchment and leather book binding. RF1 and H8, we thought, were the money pit. It's exciting as it just shows how much opportunity is still here. I do want to say thanks to Rick and the team that put this together, because I do think this is very helpful. I think we covered a hell of a lot of ground, and I thank everybody for their input. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think we had a good year, and I think we got a lot of opportunity going forward. I'll be honest. I thought the other night about when I was a little kid, and do I still believe? Is the little boy still inside of me? And I thought long and hard about that, and what I came to realize is he's still there. But he's there because of you guys and you ladies. And I still believe. The little boy is still cheering us on. And I am extremely grateful for each and every one of you. And that's all I have to say, so thank you all. Okay, so I've often said nobody can follow a Rick Lagina speech. So, with that, I think we're done for the season. After a speech like that, to the longboats. What started as a dream for 2 boys from Michigan nearly 60 years ago has become a real-life adventure that fulfilled their wildest imaginations. Good to see you. According to determined research, tireless effort, and hard science, something of profound value and importance lies buried on Oak Island. Thanks, guys, for all the hard work. And when Rick, Marty, and the Fellowship of the Dig return next spring, it may finally spell the end of a mystery that has lasted for more than 2 centuries,